What's up, guys? Crippled YGO here. This is the highly suggested deck profile replays of Superheavy Samurai Sprite. I'm here with Brand. He is, yeah, I think I can say for a lot of people in the Sprite Discord, the creator of this deck. Um, he got on it from the moment that the Cyberstorm Access got announced. Um, yeah, Brent, anything you want to add to that? To this at all?
Yeah, I've been playing the deck for quite a while. I've spent way too many hours in refining this deck, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Despite the
you've
amount of
yeah,
people telling me this shit's cope because somebody hears super heavy samurai, they think, oh, big guys who attack in defense position.
yeah. People are saying that this deck is scope, and I can tell you guys, I thought the same at the beginning, but Brent got me a little into it. I started watching some replays he sent me, and I was like, dude, this guy is not on cope. This deck could actually be like one of the best decks of the next format, 100%. Like I've seen the ridiculous stuff that it can do, and it's actually insane. All right, Brent, why don't you walk us through some replays of some games that you played, and then at the end I'll ask you some questions and about the deck, and we can show people the deck list at the end also, and we'll go from there. I'll just play it, and you can just like guide us along in the replays because I'm not experienced in this deck. Just like you just know everything, and I like know something about it. So let's start with this one.
All right, that's good. All right, well, let's parse it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
All right, so I currently do not play Fenrir in the deck anymore, but I can explain the theory behind it because it depends on the format.
Okay.
Whenever you have Fenrir in this deck, one thing that's really nice is you can pendulum summon the second copy, or you could just use it as the free discard fodder to keep an extra card in your hand, which is very
Aha.
useful.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. All right.
And then Wakashi now. Wakashi is just a broken card that summons itself for free and then gets you a Cleafort Scout, which can then search.
Yeah, that's actually insane. All right, let's see.
Then you're gonna get to see the most broken card in the entire deck, Soul Piercer.
Soul
That card right
Piercer.
there. It
Soul
says
Piercer
the
is actually
non
nuts.
once per turn search, which is just dumb.
Yeah, it's a very old card. So yeah, very old cards they don't like. Oh, he even gets
All right,
nibbed.
pause right here. Here's a
Go.
fun thing about the deck. Nibiru doesn't matter. I love this about the deck because when I was labbing a lot of the combos to do for it, I kept coming back to okay, bike is pretty much the only way you can make protection against Nibiru by summon 5 or 4. And
Uh huh.
then I just realized, well, why don't we just play through it where we could still combo even if they Nibiru me before I make the Baron?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
already that's why we have the Soul Peacemaker in hand, for instance. We don't add something like Scales earlier because if they hand trap us on something like Scarecrow, then we can still just send said link with Scarecrow to play through hand traps.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
phenomenal.
All right, let's watch the rest of the video. You're probably
And
all
I
this.
want you to
Yeah.
remember, I got hand trap. I mean, I got Nibiru in this hand.
Yeah. This is so dumb. This is actually good.
It's dumb, man. You're right.
This I fall I in a very short period that you showed me this deck, man. I fell in love with it. I cannot wait
It's
until
so
the
much
support
fun.
comes in. Yeah, I'm actually taking this to the nationals this year, definitely.
This pause real quick. This is what the standard board will look like. You will have Sprint, Mannequin Cat. Normally, the Fenrir in what we currently play would be a either a Savage or a
Or a
so
Regulus.
the guy Regulus. Thank you.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Regulus.
Then the Baron. That would
Yeah.
be the standard board. But
And the
you could
and the
also have
Regulus can
Regulus
equip
and
the Soul
Baron players.
Piercer, and if you use the Regulus effect as first negate, the Soul Piercer gets you another search. It's so dumb.
Yeah, so you get follow up for free, especially
Yeah,
which is important against a deck like Labyrinth. So
yeah,
you can get follow up search for Super Heavy Samurai Thief. So you could pop their floodgates if they somehow like say Solemn Strike for whatever weird reason. So their
yeah,
skill drain goes through.
yeah. It's actually insane. All right, They probably cannot out this. Oh, this
Yeah,
Gishki
here you
Spright.
get to see a very funny interaction. I didn't even need to use my double cross because
Oh
this is game
God.
two.
Oh God. Oh.
So
Oh.
I was like, yo, I know this matchup. Why
Well,
bother
I
using
guess
my
there's
double
no
cross? Like,
Neremos coming out.
oh no, he outed my testudo. Nope. So,
Well,
and then he just has to shoot
I
because he
guess
can't
no
do anything.
Neremos. Yeah. All right. This is the next one, the chef. You were going first again. All right.
Yeah, I think this, if I recall correctly, this is just a I went first, have fun outing my board because you can't kind
Oh
of
well.
board.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the viewers definitely want to see this full combo. So.
These are pretty fun ones. I usually don't like to share these because it's like, hey, I went first. I'm going to win anyway because that's just what the deck does.
Yeah.
But I'm used to seeing the combos.
Oh. Yeah.
This is where
It
Clean
still
Genius
amazes
is.
me.
Clean Genius is nasty, by the way.
Yeah.
Because this can search
Genius
you your
effect.
Omnigate. This going second, you're going to see a little spice that you can search as well. Actually, no, this is one of the ones post sighting. Spell
Oh. Oh.
Canceller.
Oh. This is
Remember Dark
Sayuja.
More? I don't.
Oh God. This is disgusting.
Like, this hand is just dumb. There's like no. Oh yeah, this is whenever I was still playing Testudo as well. Yeah. So the only reason I even wound up cutting Testudo is the funny thing is I just don't need it
Yeah. Yeah.
because if they
True.
lava golem me, well, I have too many disruptions to care about it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
it's
This
obviously
is.
still broken to half.
Yeah. All right. This is same as small one. We'll see. Oh, you're going second on this one. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is a hey, I have the out to Kashtira, so I win kind of board. Unfortunately, that's how Kashtira is, though. You can't really
Yeah.
beat them with your main deck for the most part, but you always can with your flex spot.
Yeah. Definitely true. Definitely true.
And if you're curious why I debuted there instead of waiting, it's because I didn't want them to have the trap to have that follow up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how
Here's where
they.
you're like, okay, well, Soul Piercer needs to be sent to the graveyard to search. What do you do? I'm like, I mean, it sucks, but we can deal with it. We can power through.
And a
This is where Dark
floodgate
is fucking
true.
crazy. It floats into Kashi.
Yeah. This is so stupid.
And here I'm like, okay, well, I already have the out to the Nibiru token anyway. Why not? No reason to attack it this turn. Just
Yeah.
wait a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, let's see. You have a masquerade. You have a
This
masquerade.
stuff shocked me.
Yeah, this
He's
is kind
normal
of weird.
7 Apex. I'm like, what the fuck kind of
With
shit is
birth.
this dude on?
That's
Yeah,
very weird.
I was
Wow.
not expecting that.
That was.
Fortunately, the deck has enough gas to not care, but I was fucking stunned.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you still
And
have
for those
like a monster
uninitiated, by
negate
the way.
and then a mannequin cat and a masquerade, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're curious why there's even a Dark Lady, it's just because it was a really good target in the format. Like, any
Yeah.
Dark deck, you can summon it. Any deck with Psychics, aka Kashtira or Punks, you can summon it.
Yeah.
And this, they just do.
All right. Let's see the next one. 52 seconds. So this is a short one. You are going
Yeah.
first. All right. The ashing
This
your
is where you're
bike.
like, okay, well, what if they hand trap your bike?
Yeah.
Well,
Then
I
you
play
just go
Sprite.
full Sprite combo. It's like you can choose your poison. Oh, so funny, so funny
And
actually.
the best part is that was completely optimal because that bike was going to get them way more than they worried about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If they would let bike go through, game over.
They lose. Yep. I feel bad for him for that Ash though.
Yeah,
And they played pretty well, by the way. Like, they played this really well. Because the Fenrir would be really good here, and the Enchantress would be really good here, but I have
Yeah.
Ash because I'm just.
yeah, because we're just better than that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, this is 2 minutes. You are going second again.
This
This
one's.
is
A lot of this one comes down to just knowing the match.
yeah, yeah. Like everyone should probably know what this deck does that you're playing against.
So, right here, I see they go for both the links. That means they don't really have any other ways to get to their Sprite cards. So
Yeah, they don't
saving
have
the
it
Ash to
online.
that.
Yeah, they don't have it online.
And
Yeah,
then I Ash that, and they have to pass.
yeah, and they don't have anything.
And here I'm like, oh, I drew bike. Let's go. Oh,
Oh, okay.
well,
So
I could
that's
just play Sprite. It's fine.
yeah. We could just play Sprite.
Here's
Just
what like I said, I love Dark. Too many people don't realize how broken Dark is.
like if it comes back to like a very heavy Sprite format again, or like and like branded like it
Oh,
already
just
is.
because it's
I
floating
think we
effect,
should.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Watch this. So you remember I lost access to Super Heavy, so I'm about to get it back.
Oh yeah,
I just searched
because Lila destroyed Dark and Dark
Yep.
till yeah. How
And he
much
drew
attack
Droll,
is?
by the way, which sucks, but who cares?
Oh
I
yeah,
could just
because
still win.
Wakashi is 1,000 attack. Yeah, you can search Wakashi with Dark. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I just make a board that he
It's
can't beat
so
regardless
it's
of the
so
Droll.
funny. Imagine using Dark and like they negate and destroy Dark, and you still get punished by it because you just searched like Wakashi. You
Yep.
you you
Dude, I
get
can't tell you how
punished
many
by
times I've
negating a
gone
card. That's
Battlefield.
not how it should be though. But okay, it's fine. Oh
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I went battle phase to crash Dark just to get Wakashi and just win the game that
yeah,
way.
yeah. We just go
So
main phase though.
if you're seeing this in the combos, majority of them you're using your normal summon and you're discarding a random card in your hand. You
Yeah,
don't need to. The reason we do it that way is you play through hand traps. So
yeah,
that hand, even if they stopped everything and I get just Wakashi, I could still combo.
yeah. All right, this is you are going first against.
And this is a hand where I open
Wow,
just the Sprite card. And
what
yeah,
did your
they
opponent
have some
open?
cards.
They have some cards. This we'll see what's gonna happen here.
This because a lot of people talk about Sprite and they say, okay, well, they don't really have much grind game. Well, this should help with that, help showcase
Yeah,
that. Because just a simple starter and infant. Like if it obvious, by the way, I'm really out here hoping that I get to keep my mannequin cat.
yeah.
But he got mad that I asked his field spell, so he got off a golem to get.
Dude, imagine so many lava golems.
And this is why you'll often see me summon what's it called? Bike from Gigantic if I don't need anything else.
Dude,
Because if I hard drew like a Regulus, I can summon it that way. Also, tribute summon Regulus's base.
I need to get myself a Starlight Dark, dude. Holy shit, that thing is
Yeah.
insane. In this
Here,
deck,
he drew Peekaboo, and I'm like, I mean, it
okay.
sucks, but I'm playing super heavies. I don't really care that much.
Yeah, and he's like
This,
he's on nothing. You're literally just winning right now.
yep. And if not obvious, I could still make an XZ here. I don't think I really get much value out of it, so I'd rather diversify my
Yeah,
board a
his
little
top
bit.
deck needs to be like insanely good. Yeah, that is not insanely good.
Hey, that's a
Uh,
draw 3.
that is a draw 3, so that is insanely good. Oh,
And
that
this is what I
is.
always forget about this because I'm like, oh shit, I can't kill.
You almost killed.
I really needed that big Benkei. I mean, that's Wakashi, but I drew another one, so it's fine.
Yeah. Golden droplet. Okay.
Like you'd think he'd be getting back into the game, but no.
No.
Like I have 3 cards left in deck. Look at that.
Yeah, he actually has 3 cards. My face is like a little bit on it, but like you guys can see, it's literally 3 cards in this deck right now. My
And
head is
that is just
literally
the end of
under
the
the
game.
tree.
Oh yeah, he does Messenger of Peace, but I top deck the best card in the game.
Let me guess. Oh,
It's
hi.
1200, so it worked.
Oh god. 1200 exactly. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fun.
that game was really based. I remember
Alright.
that.
You are going
First.
first. Alright. Your hand looks
I can
already
tell by the hand
cracked.
because if you see me with spell canceler, you know that's poke siding for the most
Is
part.
he gonna try to hit you with the double evenly? Or
If I recall, he probably just scoops because this is another one of those. Hey, I have a big boards.
mm,
So you're gonna get to see what the deck does when you have spell cancel.
okay.
One fun thing as well. You think okay, well it kind of sucks drawing the spell cancel. No. So even when I draw the spell cancel, we still have a secondary search target. We still have that Regulus.
Yeah, you said the Regulus, yeah. If you open the canceller. True.
Yep.
Because you can
Here's how
pen
you make
summon.
Savage, by the way.
You can also pen summon the spell canceller, right?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
You
That's pretty
can't
good.
generally do that for the normal line, so you have to go through Saryuja because your pin summon is what gets you to the spell canceller general.
Yeah, this board is actually insane,
At this part, it's like, okay, what do you do?
and you have the Lancia and the Ash to top it off.
Yeah, that was just straight bullying. That's what that was.
Yeah, that was straight up bullying. All right, this is. I think we're almost at
Oh
the
yeah,
end
here
of the
you get to see what
replays.
happens when you're like, oh, you only play one Big Ben K. Why? It's a brick, isn't it? Well, I could still combo even with it,
Wait,
even
what
through
out?
the bureau.
Ah. Oh, he's gonna nip you.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I already have my Regulus at this point. Even
Yeah,
then,
so
it
his
doesn't.
nip is worthless. So.
Yeah.
So good reminder, boys. Next format, do not play nib. The card is bad.
Yeah.
It's falling out of rotation right now as we speak, also because Sprite players are just making the gigantic on third summon.
Yep.
Nice break, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I drew a fucking brick and we still fixing it.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking love this deck, man. You could just play
Yeah.
through everything.
Yeah, this deck is insane.
Hey, nice
Cause,
evenly. I wonder if there's a card in my hand that stops that.
oh.
Oh my god, I love this. Oh yeah, by the way, Mannequin Cat summon Regulus, broken fucking interaction,
Yeah.
but you can
Yeah.
still use it again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sick. All right. What is this? You're going
A
first
horrible
against
hand. Oh,
Branded
we're
Fusion.
making it work.
Yes, it actually is horrible. I can agree on that one.
Yeah, but this is why Soul Piercer is just a better normal summon than Beaver
Then
anyway.
Beaver, yeah, because you only use Beaver for the special from the angler.
Yeah, like you still can normal summon Beaver and get value, obviously,
If
but
you have an
you get way more.
absolute dog hand, then yes, you probably do that.
Yeah,
But
you get
this
to sit out
deck,
as much.
after grabbing like a test hands for an hour on DB, I can tell you guys, trust me, this deck is very consistent.
Also, you get to see me play my disruptions a little bit weird because I am terrified of them getting a polymerization in graveyard and then chimeraing me because then
Yeah.
they can chain block it with something like tragedy. So that's why I play to stop them from getting anything in this.
Yeah.
And remember, we
Yeah.
still drew that brick, but we fixed it.
This is.
Oh yeah, you can also pop this to immediately search it. Rid of even.
Remember, guys, this is with a very bad hand, by the way, with just one Soul Piercer, just saying,
And the brick.
and the brick.
Oh yeah, Chaos Hunter against Brandon, by the way, wins the matchup. Fucking
Yeah.
crazy card.
Yeah, it's insane. Make everything go level 1, but or to 0, but you have failures. Hello.
Yeah, Vaders are fun. Fuck that card, by the way. If they ban anything from Branded, fuck Lost. I hate that card.
Look how he's trying to bait everything before using the branded fusion, though. That's
Yeah,
funny.
just attach it because I don't care if you put a counter on it. It needs to be on the field. Just
Look how he tries to bait everything and keeps branded fusion as his last card. That's actually funny. That's a good player, by the
yeah.
way. That's a good player.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the longest replay you have for us before we get into the deck profile.
This one's up against Tier Limits.
Oh yeah, this is I think one of the first ones that you sent me. So
Yeah,
this should
probably
be
so.
a good. Yeah, this should be a good replay.
Yeah, this one I think if I remember it right, I had to play through like 6 disruptions.
All right, this was without. This was with the ban list, right? Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I do not have Elf or anything like that.
Yeah.
Trivia Karma is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
People who don't play that in Tier Limits, I don't understand you.
This tier limit player literally has everything, guys. He literally has everything. Everything that he needs, he has it.
Like, yeah, he has everything.
Yeah.
All right, we start this. I was thinking about just going battle phase, but he'll just shuffle to pop it. So I wouldn't really get the value I want.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, the only way I out this board really is by getting rid of the entire board with Zeus. So that's what I'm playing for right now. And if it's not obvious, the reason why you go for scales to try it, use that immediately, is because it can threaten a Baguska in attack position, which is
Yeah.
really good for you. This is a fun interaction, by the way. I don't get to show it off here, but Scarecrow pitch angler triggers angler.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just like Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Cerberus, funny, but not
Yeah.
funny. Funny, haha. More like funny trauma.
And it's unfortunate that he stopped me.
Yeah,
And then this is where we get the Zeus, and I'm just like, okay, well, I have starter now.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Like, he's not completely out of it, but I don't
He
see a
he
world
was
where he
almost completely out of it.
can. There we go, Sprint Mannequin Cat. Best combo in the game. Now he's staring down 4 disruptions through all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's actually insane. And we get the Dark Lady.
This actually is kind of bad for me right here, by the way. Because I'm just like, okay, I got to let him take it. He attacks over, and I'm like, okay, I can't do that because otherwise I lose the sprint. I do this. He uses the Mannequin Cat like an idiot, so I get to negate it. And then now I have control of the board at the moment. And I still have 2 disruptions that are going to reset next turn.
Oh, and you
So
drew
it's like,
Wakashi. Pretty haha. That's funny.
yeah. Oh, yeah, you get to see a really cool interaction with it. I think I go for dark, yeah.
Yeah, you have you can yeah.
I get to take his guy.
You
He
take the
crashed to get the
Grapha.
card in
Yeah.
hand to use.
Yeah.
Dark is crazy, guys, I'm telling you.
Dark
Even in
is
matchups where dark
in this
monsters are
deck.
insane.
Dark is insane.
Yeah. And here I just do that just because I didn't want to take it.
Why did he crash into it?
As he lost at that point. He just didn't care.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all the replays. Let's get into the deck list. The highly anticipated and very suggested and asked for deck list. So we'll go by card. Or no, let's start with the questions first, and then we'll get we'll get it by the. You know what? No. We're gonna do the card by card first, and then we go into the questions.
Alright.
Alright, so the Lancias, why are they here for the next format? In
So
the main deck.
Lancia is for one of the few decks that you tend to struggle a little bit against for branding.
Okay.
And if you Lancia, a branded player, they're not really setting up much of a scary board for you. So you can play through it.
Okay.
It's also obviously very good against shit.
Yeah. Ash doesn't really need explaining. Veiler, same, because it doesn't really conflict with Imperm, stuff like that.
I would rather play Imperm, but I can't because of the super heavy's restriction.
Yeah, exactly. It just like puts them off. Okay. Chaos Hunter. Now, while we also saw in the replays what Chaos Hunter does in this deck, it just goes brrr.
Chaos Hunter is very important in the fact that I would love to be able to play 3 copies of it. But currently, Kashtira plays Triple Tactics Talent frequently.
Yeah.
So if I do that, I waste a card in hand and this, and they TTT steal it and just overlay it, you're losing that game at that. You're way too far behind a resource. So it's mainly just to get it off of Mannequin Cat. But if you summon it, sometimes it could win you the game.
Yeah. Well, this also explains everything. This doesn't need any explaining. Maybe you said something about your normal summon would rather be the Soul Piercer instead of the Beaver. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. So if you normal summon Soul Piercer, you get to play through a lot more hand traps. For instance, if they have Imperm or Veiler, you can just straight up ignore them and still make Baron or Sprint with just the 1 card if they have Imperm or Veiler. Because each opportunity that they can stop your Baron, they would need to use an Imperm or Veiler, and you still get it anyway in the end. Like,
Okay.
Imperm and Veiler are just not good against this deck.
Yeah. Okay, then we have the Spright package. This is just normal. It's really good. Can splash
One
it
note
on almost
about
everything.
red.
Mm-hmm.
I really prefer having the Dark Lady over Red. The issue comes into Red just being a more consistent option
Yeah.
than Dark Lady.
Yeah, then Dark
That's
Lady.
the only reason that she's not in.
All right. Let's go to the OCG cards now, and these are very interesting cards. It's only 7 of them. Uh, we have the bike. So tell us
Yes,
about bike, Brent.
Bike is insane. So Bike adds all of your super heavies, any one of them, at a hard once per turn, and then when it's on the field, you can always just increase the level of something else that's a super heavy by 2, which comes up for plays like Borload Savage or making a Baguska going second to Zeus your opponent. Bike is just crazy card. It's the 2 that you put in the graveyard for Excel Synchro. Bike is like the deck wouldn't be the deck without Bike.
Yeah, this is definitely a card that this deck needs, and it's fun because it's a level 2. Uh, the next card we have Big Bankai.
So it's monster effects. It can rescale itself if it's use a synchro material. It rarely comes up. Don't worry about it. It has a summon effect as well. Doesn't matter. Pinned effect searches a super heavy soul monster.
Yeah,
If you control a super heavy, this is part of your combo with Wakashi. Very important card to have, but you can be like, okay, well, you still brick if you hard draw because then you can't use Wakashi. The issue is you can still combo even if you draw. It's just slightly worse, but you're fine. It's not worth making your deck worse over that one reason.
yeah. All right, we Wakashi,
The
Wakaushi.
man himself.
Is it
This card's
Wakaushi or
crazy.
Wakashi? I think it's
I
called
call him cock.
Yeah, we can just call it Wakaushi. I think it's called Wakaushi, but it's fine. All right.
That
Uh,
card is the glue that holds it all together. This is the card that just makes the deck
yeah.
insane, aside
Yes.
from Soul Piercer as well.
Yeah. And
So
bike. And bike.
this is like people talk about like a one card scale as a monkey board. They should start talking about it as a Wakashi now because this is just better monkey board.
yeah.
It's, so this gets you the Cleafort Scout for free and summons itself for free, and then you can immediately search off of said Cleafort Scout. Like this sets up the entire combo.
Yeah. This
And then
card is insane.
whenever it's used as a monster effect as well, I mean for a synchro summon, then you could also just put it back in the scale for free. Why not?
Yeah. Exactly. So you can use it as a synchro material, and then you could just like put it back in your skill, and you could just pen summon. It's fine.
It
It's
also
easy.
has a really niche effect that like can summon from the deck. The issue with that is it locks you to super heavy, so you
Yeah.
don't use that effect.
No.
Even
Okay.
Pure doesn't use that effect very much.
Yeah. All right. We have some cards that you guys should already pick up. By the way, yeah, I'm watching myself right now. You should definitely pick these things up if you want to play Super Heavy Samurai Sprite, and you should because it's fun. It's amazingly fun. Pick up these cards right now. You can already pick them up. Do that as soon as you can. All right. Scales. Very old card.
Yeah, this card's crazy too. This card is mainly a extension because it's just a Norden.
Yeah.
But going second, you can special summon it for free if they have 2 monsters.
Yeah.
So then you can just go something like Bike, pitch itself, add scales, revive the Bike increase its level to 4, and then make Maguska and go for Zeus.
Yeah.
The line your opponent will not see coming, and you commit nothing. You didn't commit your Soul Piercer, your normal summon, your Wakashi, nothing.
Yeah.
Really good line.
Pretty good line. Pretty good line. All right. We have this guy.
This
This
is what lets you
guy.
play
This
with
is a
it.
card. This is a card. Oh.
Yeah. This is what lets you send the Link 1 to just get another body once you get him.
Yeah. Yeah. This card is good. These cards are all good. And now we have Brand's favorite card. This
A
absolute
non-once per
favorite card.
turn.
The
Yeah,
non once per
it,
turn.
it pierces. It's broken.
It pierces. Yes.
Yeah, it gives you piercing. That's what
It's
makes it so good.
it's piercing your soul. Anyway, yeah, not
Yeah,
once
so
per
when it's sent
turn.
to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No. You go ahead. You have more experience than me with this deck, so
Sure.
you
So
talk. It's fine.
when it's
Yeah.
sent from the field to the graveyard, just search for a super heavy samurai card. A monster.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. There's no once per turn in sight. Also,
Not
it can
once per
equip
turn, by the
itself from
way.
hand.
Not once per
Yep.
turn, by the way.
It
So
can equip itself from hand too. So if you want to do like a line where you don't use your normal summon, so say you prefer having Lava Golem, you can do this entire combo without your normal summon.
true. I saw that. I saw that. So
That's
yeah, funny thing that you guys probably saw in one of the replays. What Brand did was equipping this card. Oh, to inactivity. Okay.
technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties, boys. I'm sorry. Not everything is flawless in this YouTube video. All right. So what Brand did, equip this card to Regulus, and make sure Regulus is one of your first negates, because then this card is sent to the graveyard and you get the ad. It's yeah, it's
Yeah,
something.
if you play Zero, they actually go through a combo where they pop that to get an extra body on the board that
Yeah,
turn.
it's insane. All right. Well, Regulus, we all know that. Three starter and a double cross. All right.
I am a firm believer in Smashers being added.
Yes, you hate Smash with a passion.
Yeah, I used
Me
to
and the
love it.
boys in the
It's
Sprite
just
Discord, we all know that.
yeah. It's until Elf was banned. Like I love Smashers until Elf banned. It's just it
Yeah.
eats up too many resources now.
Yet I still play it. Anyway, we go into the extra deck.
Yeah.
Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. Pick this card up because this card is probably gonna get very expensive in the future. Very
Yeah.
expensive.
You could also play a like regular Stardust with this to make like an unaffected Baron, but as you've seen, when you get Nibiru anyway, you still make a good enough board to not
Yeah,
justify that service.
yeah, true. Um, we have a Brawn. We have a Savage. I call it a Savage. We have a Zeus. We all know what Zeus does. We have double Gigantics. We have a Mannequin Cat. We have a Baguska. We have two
Medusa is
linked
also
ones.
very useful if you get hand trapped on like with like a droll or a D ship.
Yeah, because you just make this and you sit on this for a turn and yeah, you draw into something and you just wait. Yeah.
And something I always tell people is a lot of people, I mean, a lot of decks can out Shifter and a lot of decks can out Baguska. Not
Yep.
very many decks can out a Baguska under Shifter.
True. True. All right. The Samurai Link one, pretty good card. Pretty good card.
The
Uh,
reason we play two is so you can play through Ash on Soul Piercer normal.
okay. Okay. We have the Arc. Yeah, this card is 100% necessary in this deck. We have IP. We have the guy that adds Regulus. That's what I'm just gonna call it. We
He also
have
is
or
very
Spell
useful for
Canceller
outing target.
or Spell Canceller by the way. Um, Sprint, and I'm very happy that he included this card because I'm actually a very big fan of this card. I used this card today again to out a a Pearly Noir, the Towers monster. I played against it in round 2 on the Dutch Open, and I used this to out the thing. Otherwise, I would have lost. So yeah, that's a very good card. All right, side deck is looking very interesting. So why the Archfeet Eccentrics together with the Garuda? Could you explain that?
Sure. So you don't have access to a lot of the going second cards that other decks have, like Lightning Storm or evenly matched. I mean, like you can play them, but then you turn off your hand.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
essentially, it's nice in that it can pop back row. It also has the utility of being the next source as well. But that's why it's
Yeah,
better than Garuda, but it has a hard once return. That's why we play the one copy of the Garuda as
yeah,
if it's like the third copy of Ascension.
yeah, exactly. That's why we also play minimal amount of like literally the most necessary spells and trap that we need. We play them, and we don't play anything more than that. That's literally
Yep.
it. The Garuda is. You told me something about this card that it can out something with Drytron. You said some while ago, or was it
Drytron.
Stanky said something about it? You can out a card with this in Drytron. I cannot remember. Probably a boss monster that's unaffected by stuff.
If maybe you're thinking about like when people played Vanity's Rollers and they like equipped C to it or something.
Probably, probably. Maybe it comes up later. I don't know. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
Spell Canceller. Or no. Super Heavy Samurai Thief.
Yeah, so this card is nice for the deck in that it works under skill drain if you summon it like with its own effect, and you don't get locked if you use that under skill drain as well. And what was the other thing? It's a non once per turn pop for back row that you get to steal for no reason. And you can summon it back with Scarecrow, which is really nice. But mainly, you can get it from the deck with Soul Peacemaker. That's how you'll mainly be accessed.
Yeah, you just added this.
Because of this, you have consistent outs to cards like Tikaboo, um, Skill Drain, Rivalry, which you already have an easy out to anyway with Cleafort's Genius because that can stop floodgates for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
this
that's
card is
mostly all
really
there
good.
is to that card. That card is just good. It's really accessible.
Yeah, true, and we can easily access it. True. All right, Spell Canceller together with the Soryuja. That's looks pretty. Yeah, I think
Yeah, so
people.
going first, you're going for that. And like you still play the Regulus because if you draw it, it's still a game.
Yeah,
But going first, whenever you know, like game 2 or game 3, you're putting this in, stops Dark Ruler no more, and all other threats that you have to worry about.
yeah,
Really good card.
yeah. Contact C. We have
Makes
Contact
Branded
C.
where they barely do anything at all and stops Cashier pretty much entirely.
Yeah. Troll and Lockbird. Well, that like just puts a grind on most decks right now, so that's good.
It's one of the few counters to the mirror.
Yeah, true, true. One of the few. Listen how he said
Speaking of which,
few, guys. Few.
yeah, a Ghost Ogre, another one. If you stop Wakashi or Big Ben K, you can frequently just end their turn there.
Yeah,
The
that is true.
issue is though I'm playing Spright, so I have Spright cards. Who cares?
Exactly. Exactly.
But it's still good. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, because you start one of the best parts of the deck.
Yeah.
But it can very frequently end their turn because it's one of the few one for one trades you have.
Yeah.
Everything else, you wind up losing an advantage because Soul Piercer. Say you want to imperm the Soul Piercer. I mean
Mhm.
the Scarecrow, the Link one.
Mhm.
I still got to search out of that, and then I can send that and just plus after that. Don't get
Yeah,
any
true.
value.
Yeah, true. All right. That's the entire deck. I'm gonna ask you some questions because you already answered some in the thingy. And then we'll stop it. And I hope everyone got enough information. And if you guys have any questions, of course, put it in the comments down below. And Brent, or maybe, or probably me, will, or I'll ask Brent, and Brent can reply, and I'll reply back. Depends. We'll see.
Yeah.
What can the deck do? What can the deck do going first? Like we all saw what it can do. Like its max potential is like set up multiple omnis and yeah, just like flood the board.
So what's really nice is you can also tailor your board depending on the matchup. So like while yes, I can search say Jinzo for instance in this, which really good card against back row. Going
True.
first, I'm setting up 3 Omni negates. A red double cross like I don't need Jinzo anyway, even though it's still a good card. That's
Yeah.
why that's not in.
True. Yeah. How well can it be played going second?
So one really like I've talked about this interaction a lot because it's my favorite. But bike pitch itself, grab scale, summon back the bike for Baguska. Really good interaction.
Yeah.
And one thing that a lot of decks can't handle is Wakashi because it plays on a different axis. It's not like a monster effect you're trying to negate. Same goes for the Big Ben K. That's also a scale to search right there. So a lot of people just can't interact with it. And then when you're actually using a monster effect, a lot of it's in the graveyard. So they
Yeah.
can't really interact with that very well.
That's true.
Just
That's
interacts
true.
on a different axis that a lot of decks aren't prepared to handle, even when you're going second.
Yeah. Another question. We saw you're in a replay playing through Nib. One replay even had a Nib and an Ash. But can it play through multiple hand traps, for example, a Nib plus an Ash plus an Imperm? Or is your opponent then just built different and he wants it more?
So if they have a Nib, Ash, and an Imperm, you know how I feel about Imperm and Veiler. They don't do anything against the deck.
True.
And like you said, I played through an Ash and a Nib. I could still make a board at the end. Like even if they have a say nib impermanent ash, at the end of the day, I'll just go for sprint at the end, and I'll still have the basic mannequin cat, double cross, and what you call it, I got double cross and
The red and the carrot, or the
mannequin
mannequin cat? Mannequin cat. Yeah.
mannequin cat cross double mannequin cat double cross sprint.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
How does the deck
The reason
handle?
why, by the way,
Yeah,
because I make
yeah,
savage before committing to.
yeah. That's good. Yeah. Okay, next question. How does the deck handle floodgates?
Some floodgates can suck dick. So one
Yes.
very impactful one I've noticed has been Window.
Window.
Window is an actual menace if decks start playing that because as the deck is currently built, can't handle Window. So if
Okay.
decks start playing Window, I'll have to adjust it, like say adding in some
Yeah.
Fenrir's or something
Yeah.
to
We.
counter it.
Yeah, exactly. Fenrir's or Boo. Oh, well, we can't play Book, so it's probably
Yeah,
Fenrir. Yeah. Fenrir definitely just outs this.
IG's work really
Outs
well as
Window.
well. But
Which
as
one?
far as
Sorry.
most other floodgates, you have
Mm-hmm.
easy access to back row removal with Thief from Peacemaker from the deck.
Yeah.
So for the most part, you do not care about most floodgates.
Okay. Okay. Uh, what card actually kills the deck outright? So like, boom, just stop at all.
Window,
Like, window,
specifically that window.
window.
Yeah.
Okay, window. How reliant is the deck on its normal summon?
So that's one thing that's really nice is you can do the entire combo without using your normal. The reason
Oh,
you see me normal summoning Soul Piercer in basically every combo is it plays through hand traps a lot better because
mm-hmm.
you'll still have Wakashi on the field when you're going for the search with Soul Piercer. So if they ash it, you still have the extra body to go pitch a card, revive said Soul Piercer, make your Baron. If they stop you there, you still have the Soul Piercer. I mean Peacemaker that you search.
Yeah.
So so it's very useful.
Okay. Um, certain card choices. I think we already established that. We explained everything card by card, so we can skip that question.
I
How
can
cons?
I can go into
Mm-hmm.
a couple things.
Okay, just yeah, yeah.
So,
Keep it small
so
because we have some more questions.
sure. So the reason I'm playing Cleafort Genius over Beyond the Pendulum, which can grab Majesty Pendulum and search Secret Village,
hmm
is this allows me to play the Regulus package,
Yeah,
and you cut
because we
down on the
we played the Beyond the Pendulum at the beginning, right?
yes.
Yeah,
The difference between this and that is you get to add an extra negate to your standard board, and you get to cut back on a brick in the main deck to do
yeah.
this line. The only downside is sometimes with starter it sucks, but at that point, then you just go for Saryuja with four materials and put the starter back for any sprite.
Uh huh. Okay. Okay. How high is the ceiling of this deck? Is it easy to learn, or will it take a while? So is it like noob friendly or new player friendly, for example?
It might be a little bit daunting to the new player, but for the most part, most lines are all lead to the same path. Like they're pretty straightforward. The only really difficult part is learning how to play through disruptions and playing through
Yeah,
hand trap.
that's what we
Other
talked
than
about
that,
a
it's pretty
lot. Yeah.
straightforward.
Like the moment that
Yeah,
you learn how to play through certain interactions, you get this deck down, and it will handsomely reward you. Handsomely
yeah.
reward you. What are some troublesome matchup that you foresee in the future, and what would you do to rectify them?
So troublesome matchup in the future would be if Brandon started playing Window, that would suck. And I would, like I said, I started playing cards like Fenrir. Another troublesome matchup could be Cashier if I don't draw like a flex card. That's why I play so many cards in the side deck. So if in case I happen to lose that round one, I definitely ain't losing the round two or three.
Yeah, yeah. How does it deal with, for example, Droll and Dark Ruler no more?
We have Spell Canceller, baby.
We
And
have
then
Spell Canceller.
when it comes to Droll, a lot of the times you can still just make a board of like say Baron, Sprind, Double
Yeah,
Cross,
I
Mannequin
actually
Cat,
saw you
either
do
one.
that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Or you
yeah,
can just go straight up Bagushka.
yeah.
Same,
You have
same thing
two
goes for
options.
Sister if they do that.
Yep, you have two options to go through. Okay for the last question? What are some notable cards people can include into their own build without screwing up the main engine? or the non-engine pieces that is needed in this deck too much.
Okay. I this I have a lot of options because I've
All
tested
right.
way too many. So if somebody likes, say, Exterio or Dragoon really a lot, they can
Mm-hmm.
play something like Gear Gigant X, search Cyberstein, and then get your body there because you can pendulum summon the Cyberstein or just normal
Yes,
summon. Does that.
that's insane.
Yeah. Or you can go if you really want a field spell. So let's say you want to share if you play, you can fucking Gear Gigant search Pathfinder or go for the Majesty play, either one, and get a field spell that way. One really funny thing you can do with this engine outside of Sprite is you could search what's it called, Necro Valley, and just play 3 Royal Tribute in your deck. So
Mm-hmm.
anytime you draw the Super Heavy Samurai engine plus Royal Tribute, you loop their hand.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
solid. All right. Is there anything you want to add before I close this video down and we go on?
Uh, Mainly just if you have any questions, ask me. I spent way too much time on refining this deck, so
Yeah.
if you're curious why this option is not here, or why in this replay this was here but it's not in the final deck list, just ask. I can
Yeah.
get
He
into it.
will be lingering down into the comments of my YouTube of this YouTube video. You can also find Brand in the Sprite Discord under the name Shitler.
I knew you were say
uh,
that name.
there's also like a head, like a small like subsection in the Sprite Discord, naming every single variant. Me and and Brand and most of the other guys that are somewhat knowledgeable of the deck are in there, and we talk to people all the time. So you can drop by. I will leave the link to the Sprite Discord into the comments as well, or the description. My bad. So yeah, this was it. I want to thank Brand for being here and explaining everything. I have no idea how long this video is, by the way. Um, but
My
I
guess is
hope
like 20 minutes.
probably longer. But I want to thank you and I hope this answered a lot of questions because I had replays, deck lists, spammed when I posted a picture of what this deck can do. So I hope this explains everything for you guys. Yeah, you can find us in the comment section and you can find us in the Sprite Discord. And that's about it. I have to see you guys next time. Brand and Cripple YGO signing out. Have a very
Thank you
good
for
day
having me.
and a very good night. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.